Hi, my name's Julia Collins and I'm the Director of the Asbestos Safety and Eradication Agency, and I'm very pleased to be able to talk to you today about asbestos. So this year our theme is asbestos lurks in more places than you'd think, and we've got a sub-theme associated with that, which is about before you start, be aware. So the theme we chose this year was really about educating householders and also tradespeople who work in homes and residential premises as well as in other buildings about the dangers of asbestos. And we did a survey early in the year which found that as a result of COVID, renovations were actually picking up and there was an increase in renovation work undertaken by householders. And the survey revealed that householders are also generally quite unaware of where asbestos might be found and also, of how to actually deal with it. So the theme is really focused on educating householders and tradies, and we want to ensure that people, when they're doing home improvements and maintenance work on their properties, that they know that there might be, where potentially asbestos might be found before they actually start any work. So the campaign focuses on 3 parts. So the first message is know the health risks of asbestos exposure. We know that asbestos does cause cancer and it's associated with fatal diseases like mesothelioma. The second aspect is be aware of where asbestos might be found before you start work. So asbestos is notoriously hard to identify. And you can't often tell if something is asbestos just by looking at it. So we really want people to be aware that if they're working on a property that's been renovated or built before 1990, it's highly likely to have asbestos in it somewhere. And it could be in places like even under floor tiles, vinyl floor tiles, eaves, roofs, walls. So places that often homeowners don't realise. And then the final aspect is to call a professional to check and also to remove and dispose of it safely. That's really, the best thing people can do because, the risk of exposure can be quite great. If you don't know what you're doing, it's best to call a professional. So anyone working in the building construction industry is likely to come into contact with asbestos at some stage. Asbestos was used in over 3,000 products and most of them in the building and construction industry, and it's still present in millions of homes and in public and commercial buildings. So we really want people to be aware that despite asbestos having been banned since 2003, it is still in our built environment, and the people of greatest risk of exposure are those that do undertake repairs and maintenance and renovation and other type of work on older buildings and even infrastructure that might contain asbestos. So the advice to tradespeople who might go into any sort of workplace is to always ask first for an asbestos register, which will tell them where it can be found. Obviously, homes don't require asbestos registers, but you might want to ask the homeowner if they do know where they could find, or if they know if their home contains asbestos. But like I said before, if the home is older than 1990, good chance that it's got asbestos somewhere. And the best thing to do is sometimes just to assume a particular material is asbestos if you're not sure, and then to take the right precautions. Of course, asbestos that is in good condition, that is sealed, that it's not damaged, is safe, and the best thing to do is just to leave it alone. But if it's been weathered or it's been damaged or deteriorating, then there is a risk of fibres being released into the air, which is obviously then the danger associated with it. Yes, so we have recently published a new guide, Asbestos Safety for Trades and Construction Workers, which tells you where you might find asbestos, the laws that relate to asbestos management and removal, and how to protect yourself and others from exposure to harmful asbestos fibres. We're also updating a similar guide, specifically for electricians and for plumbers as well. And we've upgraded our website, so hopefully information will be much easier to find. There's lots of material on our website, so highly recommend you have a look.